Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. San Francisco 49ers season. What was 2017, 2018, what was supposed to be one of the best seasons that the 49ers have ever had, is finally over. We're not going to the playoffs. We're not going to the Super Bowl. There was a lot of Niner talk. A lot of Niners were cashing checks. And then, what do you know, right before the end of the preseason, we lose our star running back that we brought over from the Minnesota Vikings. I think it was like in week 3, maybe week 4. We were trying to get our feet underneath us. We ended up losing Jimmy Garoppolo to an ACL injury. But this was a really ugly season. This was a really ugly game against the Rams. George Kittle breaks the record for most receiving yards by a tight end. Him and Kelsey were both coming down to the end of the wire to see who was going to break Gronk's record. Kelsey broke it in the earlier game, in the Kansas City game this morning. George Kittle, pretty cool to see him break the record because of how close he came to breaking Shannon Sharp's single game record earlier. In the year, I think he had 210 yards at the half. I think if I remember right, it was 218 to break it, and he did not catch a pass in the second half at all. Why they didn't just give him a ball here or there along the way, I don't know. But he ends up breaking the receiving record. Pretty cool to find out that this guy is a huge wrestling fan. He was front row at Monday Night Raw a few weeks ago it was TLC when they were in San Jose. Niners are going to lose 32-48. Finish the season 4-11. There was a lot more negatives than positives for the end of the season. I'm sure that they've got a few positions that they want to go after and fix in the upcoming free agency as well as the draft. Number one thing I want to see is Richard Sherman back for the 49ers. It looks like he wants to stay here. There's even a rumor of him bringing over some more members of the defense from the Seattle Seahawks. If they can get healed up and get ready to get back there. I really saw a lot from Sherman as the guy who was more of a coach than he was a player, but he was an awesome player when he was on there. But I loved watching him, even trying to help guys on the offense, hyping guys up during his injury. One of the biggest things I remember was, I believe, from week number 1, Sherman recovered a fumble, ran the ball all the way to the sideline and handed it to Jimmy Garoppolo and basically said, now it's your turn. The defense got you the ball. Now drive down there and score 7 points. They didn't do it, but it was fun to see. Another tough loss. This is the season that we're going to be remembered for Nick Mullins as well as C.J. Beathard. I don't really see a lot in either one of those guys. Some people out there think that maybe Nick Mullins is a guy that people are going to think that they could work with him and fix him into a starting quarterback in this league. We've got Jimmy Garoppolo. We really don't need him. If we can move the guy for a draft pick, whether it be a 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round pick, why not take that deal? I don't really see anything as him as a 5-star backup to come in. I mean, yeah, he did win 2 games. He beat the Raiders. He beat the Seahawks. It is what it is. I mean, we haven't been able to beat the Seahawks in years, and we're finally able to do it. With this team. So, we'll see. 4-11. Be fun not to talk about this 49er team for a little bit. Hopefully, we can make a big move in the offseason. Talk a little bit about the draft. It won't be the last time. This season got really hard near the end of the season to talk about the games, so I apologize. This is really the first season that I really haven't put up pre-game and post-game thoughts, even if it was, the post-game was a day later. I remember last year when I talked about the Seahawks game we lost. The game was on Sunday, and I didn't get a chance to post the video until, I believe, Wednesday. So, It's always fun to get the thoughts out there. So it's fun to talk about those Niners. And I know that we mostly talk about wrestling here, but we'll see. There's always next year. 49ers football.